next 24 hours, I will be in Stockholm. I will be watching the streets and the castles and the palaces of that great city, the capital of Sweden. I'm in Malmö right now, and this train will take me to Stockholm. So I'm sitting in the bistro here, and this bistro is inside the train. What they do is they take a part of the train and they convert that into a cafe, and you can buy tea, you can buy coffee, you can sit here, read, and do whatever you want to. They have a lot of stuff in this cafe. So I'm in Stockholm Central now. Stockholm has population of roughly 2 million, and this is 2 million out of 9 million in Sweden. And this is a Stockholm Central station. It's perhaps one of the most busiest hotspots in this city. It's a nice summer day in Stockholm, and I'm in Kungsträdgården, which actually stands for the Garden of the Royal Family, the Garden of the King place. As you can see, today is a bright day. It's a bright sunny day. There are a lot of families that are vacationing here. They have come here for picnics, and you can see around me that there are a lot of people, and this place is crowded. I'm now walking towards the old town, which is behind me. Behind me you can see that building over there, which used to be the Royal Palace. It has now been converted into government buildings and is used as antique museum as well, including a three-corner museum, which is very, very popular in Sweden. And over there you can see an island. It doesn't look like an island, but it's actually an island. It has been now converted into an open-air museum. Standing in front of the Royal Palace there, and this Royal Palace is where the King of Sweden lives. His name is Carl Gustaf. He has been on the throne for the last 40 years or so. And after him is going to be Princess Victoria, who is going to take over this monarchy. And she's very, very popular in Sweden. So Sweden is a monarchy, but it's also a democracy. I'm in the old town now. It's called Gamla Stan, and this place is popular. It's a cafe hub. Behind me is actually one of the most popular cafes in Stockholm. It's called Chocolate Shop, and this is where you can buy some of the best chocolates in Sweden. So I'm in the same square which I showed you a couple of seconds back, and behind me is a Nobel museum. So this lists the artifacts related to Nobel Prize, and this year there has been a big controversy in Stockholm because the Nobel Prize for Literature wasn't announced. There was a lot of controversy as a result of Me Too movement. But anyhow, this is a place, if you want to learn a bit more about Nobel Prize winners of the past, then this is a museum to come to. There's nice music playing right now. Today is actually a free entry here, and this is a very inspiring place, very lively but very inspiring also, because what they have done is they have kept pictures of all the Nobel Prize winners, share their stories and their popular quotes.
And in this part of the museum, they have kept some tokens which the Nobel Prize winners had personally gifted to the museum. And here I found mention of Amartya Sen as well, showing one of the devices that he had used during his research. And the museum also has a nice bookshop where you can find postcards with different Nobel Prize winners on them. And then I was back on the streets of the old town. This part of Stockholm is called Gamla Stan. Gamla means old, and Stan is a Swedish word for town.
So I'm walking in the old town of Stockholm, and as you can see, there are very small shops, very quaint shops here. There are a lot of cafes, there are a lot of souvenir shops as well. So it's a very nice area to spend a good afternoon. There are a lot of tourists at this time of the year because the sun is out and there's a lot of light here. Stockholm is its proximity to the water. They are very close to the sea here, and a part of the sea actually flows into the city as well. There are a lot of ferries, and you can see behind me there are some luxury cruises also, which people can take to go to other parts of Scandinavia, like to Finland and to Norway as well. Now I've seen the old part of Stockholm and I'm walking to the shopping area. So this is a street which is full of cherry blossoms in the right season. Now there are no cherry blossoms at this point of time, but you can see this is a very nice walking area and it will take us to the shopping center in the heart of the city. Now you can't see a lot of cherry blossoms because the season has gone, but the right time to come on this street to see the cherry blossoms is around mid-March to early April.
Stockholm has a very lively food scene as well. Wherever you go, any street that you take, you'll find a lot of different cafes, a lot of different food options over there. And you cannot really escape Stockholm without trying some of the local bakeries here.
I'm on the walking street of Stockholm, and like any other walking street of Europe, this is also full of shops, full of different options and cafes. It in fact serves as a perfect template of how a walking street should be. Calm, relaxed, and a nice wide avenue for one to walk in. This is the center of Stockholm, but as you can see around me, there's a lot of construction going on, and that's why there are no tourists, there are no visitors in this part of the city. After going to the walking street last evening, I checked into my hotel, and now it's a fresh day. It's also sunny today, so I am going to go out and explore more of Stockholm this morning.
Ni som överlevt
So I'm in front of Skansen Museum. This is the biggest open-air museum, at least in Stockholm. And I've heard a lot about it. There are a lot of quaint shops here, and they try to replicate the old history of Sweden in this museum. So we are going to go in and explore what exactly it is.
Skansen is popular with the old timers. They have been coming here all their lives. And it's also a place where you can find a lot of cafes. For example, this bakery which I found in the heart of Skansen is selling cinnamon buns, which are extremely popular. I continued walking around exploring Skansen.
And this, as I mentioned earlier, is an open-air museum. The idea behind this museum, which was created approximately 150 years back, is to replicate the Sweden of that time, Sweden of 200 years back, the pre-industrial time.
And that is why if you walk around, you'll find workmen working on things on metal, just like the way it used to be done many, many years back. It was during my walk that I stumbled across a private party which was going on. Most likely it was a wedding. I saw some young girls practicing violin and the groom waiting for the bride to come.
Skansen is also a widespread garden, almost like a forest in the middle of Stockholm. So a lot of people come here for taking walks and just enjoying the nature. And did I mention that Skansen is actually one of the open-air zoos also? So there are a lot of animals out in the open at this place.
And here I saw the brown bear struggling in the heat and hiding in a corner.
So I'm done with Skansen today. I have spent like maybe 2 hours here. I saw the animals, I saw the activity, got a good overview of what the place is about. But this is a very family-friendly place. So if you have kids, if you want to spend the whole day, there are a lot of activities to do here. You can actually do that. So Stockholm is famous for its cafes and bakeries, and behind me you can see Mr. Cake, which is the bakery of Roy Ferris, who's an award-winning baker in Stockholm. So it's very, very popular, and it's one of the highly recommended places. I'm going to go in and try either the hot chocolate or some pastry. So I ordered a hot chocolate here. It took me 15 minutes to get my drink, which looks like this. And the reason for the delay was there's a long queue outside this cafe. But this is the hot chocolate, very famous here, and I'm going to give it a shot now. It's quite good, very thick, very flavorful. So I'm back at Central Station in Stockholm. This was a place where I started my 24 hours journey yesterday. In last 24 hours, I've seen different parts of Stockholm. I saw the royalty, where the palaces are. I saw the old part of Stockholm. I also went to Skarsgård this morning. And then, since Stockholm is very famous for bakeries and cafes, I went to some of the famous bakeries here. 24 hours is too short to explore Stockholm in full. Ideally, I would suggest like 2 to 3 days. But in 24 hours, you can get a very good drift of what the city is all about. One last thing that I want to say is that Stockholm has a dual character. It's a different city when you come here in winter, and it's a different one when you come here in summer. I was very, very lucky because I came here in summer when the days were very, very bright, and there was almost like a party atmosphere here. So it was a fantastic trip for me, and I hope you enjoy your time when you come to Stockholm next. I'll see you next time in another city.
Österfärnebo, jag var